Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna start. I'm not even going to put an intro to this or an outro. This is just a video explaining kind of why I've been gone for so many years. I haven't made a video since 2020. It's 2025. So I've been gone a long time. I've missed you guys so much, and I've been wanting to come back for so long. I just never knew how to come back, what would be the appropriate way to come back. Like, do I make a video where I explain what happened for so many years? Do I just ignore it and, go on to the next topic and just make a video about something? I didn't know how to go about it, and so I was very hesitant. I've been hesitant for years, and I've thought about redoing this for years, reopening my channel. My channel never closed, don't get me wrong, but it definitely has been on a very, 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 very long pause for 5 years. And I'm gonna explain today why. And I hope that, me coming back like this, you're accepting of it and open about it and supportive. If not, that's okay. If you don't want to watch my channel anymore because I've been gone for so long and now just decide to come back, totally understand. That's up to you. But I hope I don't lose any of you guys, because honestly, you guys mean a lot to me. And I know that's contradicting because I've been gone for so long, but I really, really do appreciate you all. So here's why I've been gone for 5 years. I'm gonna kind of go in like a timeline from 2020 all the way up to this point. So back in 2020, the reason I stopped in 2020. So basically, I've been through a lot in the past 5 years. There has been a tremendous amount of life changes for me personally in the past 5 years. And it's so much that I'm not gonna explain it all, because some of it is very personal to me and I wanna keep that for myself. So from the beginning, 5 years ago, I was moving out of my parents' house. That was a very big step for me, considering my disability and everything. I've never been out of my parents' house, and it was very new to me. Adjusting to being more independent and having my own place was kind of a big deal for me, medically, and otherwise, like independent wise, all that stuff. So that was really the beginning of everything, was just me moving out of my parents' house. So that happened. That was a big adjustment. Like I said, for me, life just continued. It became kind of chaotic at that point because, again, I was trying to figure out myself, trying to figure out how to do certain things without my mom around, without, support in my household, even though I had the support outside of it, medically and otherwise. So I was just trying to figure things out. And after I got comfortable with, doing my own thing and kind of being more independent in that way, then started my job. I have the same job. I've been in the same job since 2020. That was another big step for me. It was my first ever real job. I've had little jobs here and there in my late teens and early 20s, but this was my first real actual career job, and that too was a big adjustment for me because I've never had a job like that in my life. So it was really, in my opinion, my first job. I don't really count the other ones. So that was also a huge adjustment for me as well. And for a while, things were good, things were great. And, again, I was learning a new way of independence and with my job and everything and my own home, and things were going good for that little while. Then came something that like hit. It wasn't anything like super dramatic, but it was something for me that kind of paused things, and that has to do with me having a surgery. Now, I'm not going to go into detail of what that surgery is because I would love to make a video about it explaining everything, kind of like a story time. So I'm not going to get into what it was, but just know it was a surgery. Recovery wasn't that long, but it did kind of stop things for a moment. And so I'm gonna share that in another video in the future, and it'll be a story time. So that happened. Then after that, the biggest change of my life so far hit. And again, I'm not gonna get into too much detail because this is something extremely personal for me, but my family and I, at that time, we suffered a tremendous loss. And this loss was extremely traumatic for me and for my immediate. And that, for me, started this spiral. And I fell into a very deep depression. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to think about anything. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to lay in bed and just wither away. And this feeling I've never felt in my life, like this tremendous loss. And that really, 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 really put a damper on things, because I kind of took that loss and put it in but put it to where it made me stop making these videos, because the last video that I ever recorded that has never been posted was almost exactly a week before this extreme loss. So that really hit me, and I was like, I don't think I can move forward with making future videos, knowing that the video that I made, I was so happy in that video, and it will never see the light of day. That is something that I have decided, to keep to myself. I'm not going to delete the video off of my computer, but it's definitely something I will never share. It's too emotional for me and too personal for me. But to see myself in that video so happy and unaware of what my life was gonna hold in a week from that time really affected me, to not want to post anymore, not want to record anymore. I was kind of like done with it. And even though it made me happy, even though making things for all of you, really made me feel good, in that time in my life, I didn't feel like I deserved to feel good because of what I had lost. So yeah, that was a huge thing and a huge factor as to why I've been gone for so long. And the depression I really let it get the best of me, and I wanted to get myself out of it, and with my family around me kind of helped also a lot for those feelings to go away. So there was kind of another thing that happened after that was pretty big of a deal for me personally, and that was moving out of my hometown. I moved hours away. I'm still in the same state, but I am no longer where I was born and raised, and that was a really big transition for me as well. Getting used to a new environment, new people, new places, and that was an adjustment for me, and all of this stuff kind of like snowballed into each other. There was like no break. I felt there was no break in between these events where I can just sit, stop, and record. But again, I did fall into that depression and I didn't want to. But after that feeling passed, it took maybe like a year and a half for me to kind of get back to my normal emotionally and mentally and all of that. And during the time that I was going through this depression was that move. So I was still in that rut during the move. I didn't feel like it, like I said, still at that time, and like so much was going on that I was like overwhelmed with everything. And not only that, but also being married. I got married in 2022, and you know, that too was an adjustment. Everything kind of, like I said, was snowballing and kind of like going into each other, and you know, marriage, moving, getting adjusted to independence without, you know, my family around 24/7. You know, the loss that I suffered and my family suffered, it was just so much. Like, it felt like it all happened in one time. It didn't feel like it was happening in a span of like 5 years. It felt like it was like boom, 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 just going, no stopping. So that in itself was extremely overwhelming. However, it's been 5 years and I am more than ready to be back on this channel. I've hesitated, like I said earlier, on how to come back. What would I say? You know, what would the video be about? And I just felt like you guys deserve honesty and transparency, and you know, that's just what happened. 5 years went by like this, and just life got away and things just kept rolling. And I, even after getting out of that rut that I was in, that I didn't want to record, once I got out of it, I was like, oh my God, I need to go back into that. I love doing it. It makes me feel good. That'll make me feel even better. I love helping people, and you know, my supporters are counting on me, and I've been having them wait for years at that point. So I felt so bad, and I've been feeling bad about not coming back for all of the 5 years. But it really hit me after my depression was kind of like over, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta get back to it. But I just hesitated. I don't know. I guess I was afraid that I would be judged on, you know, being gone for so long and then all of a sudden I'm back. I just wanted all of you to know what happened, what my story is, you know, and I just wanted to be honest with everything that's going on in my life and has gone on in my life. And I do want to share with you guys that there will definitely be a future for this channel. I am not quitting on it. I am no longer going anywhere. If things get too overwhelming and things happen, and you know, okay, I might take a break. You know, I'm not a robot, I'm human. So of course there's gonna be breaks here and there, but I do not plan in the future to be gone for so long, because I really missed you guys, and I miss doing this and making you guys feel good and supported by just simply sharing my story. I think that's an amazing thing. It's just such a good feeling, and I'm happy to be back. I hope you guys are happy that I'm back, and I hope the ones who stayed and who look forward to me coming back, I hope that you guys watch my future videos, because I definitely look forward to making them. So yeah, those are my future plans. I'm not going anywhere. I promise I will not be going away for another 5 years. I will be making videos from now on. However, I don't want to put a schedule on it, so don't expect it on a certain day. What I'm going to do, because my life is busy, I'm not saying that I don't have time for this. I'm here because I want to make time for it. I'm just saying that they're not going to be scheduled videos. Like, you're not going to see me on every Tuesday or every other Wednesday, or, you know, I just want everything to be chill and not feel pressured to kind of like, oh my God, I got to hurry up and make a video and upload it and, you know, it's the day. No, I don't want to do that. I've done that before to myself and it was stressful. Even though I had fun doing it, it was stressful to put a deadline on it. So you guys are just gonna see me randomly. I promise it won't be like, you know, too long of a gap in between the videos. But I'm not going to put an exact day, an exact time, or anything like that. But you guys will see me again, I promise. I love you all. Thank you for the ones who are watching this. Thank you to the ones who have stayed. Thank you to the ones who have watched my journey from the beginning to now. And thank you for your support. Seriously, I've never felt so loved and supported by strangers that don't even know me in my life. And it makes me feel so happy and so good that you guys feel the same way with me, that, you know, I'm giving enough information, or, you know, sharing my story and I'm informative or I'm supportive. You know, I want you guys to feel that too. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I am so sorry I've been gone for 5 years, but I promise I will stay this time. And thank you for listening to my story, and I hope you understand. I appreciate you all. Love you.